We're planning 2 toddler birthday parties in 3 weeks.
How did we do it?
Stay tuned to find out.
Hello and welcome to Couple Chat.
Where we
Parents.
discuss topics for you.
Parents. I'm Matt.
I'm Jackie. Let's chat. This was, I think, the most stressful year we've had trying to plan birthdays.
2024.
2024, yeah.
It just started.
Seriously, though. Like, I feel like the planning for these birthdays started in 2023. But then, you know, they took a break because we were planning Christmas and Thanksgiving and just like...
In that order.
Right. I'm going backwards.
She's going back.
But I feel like it's just so hard to have for us. It's consecutive. Yeah. Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, Emma, Nate, me, like just like this 6-month span.
No, you forgot. Wow. No,
sorry.
All right.
October is the month of
Couple Chat. Goodbye.
Wow,
she started
extreme.
with Halloween.
I'm not thinking about it. I apologize.
She's not thinking about
I'm
me.
so sorry. I think about you so often.
not often enough, I guess.
I'm sorry.
I start this darn holiday season.
You do.
I know. Actually, anyway. If we really want to add it all in, your mom does. Because her birthday's in September.
True.
And then my birthday. And then your dad's birthday. And then Halloween.
I'm just saying the core 4.
The core 4. Wow. We're going to start calling ourselves that. That's going to be like our tagline. Here are the Hahns. The core 4. I don't know. Why is it Back to the Future?
I don't know, but I love that Nate will do it when he's flying around his DeLorean.
Yeah.
And then Emma goes,
Yeah, Emma started doing it.
She's so cute.
You said she said Back to the Future today.
Dude, she did. She literally was sitting on the couch and like sucking her thumb and just like, blanket. And I was like, okay. And I put the blanket on her and she goes, watch. I said, what do you want to watch? And she goes, Back to the Future. And I was like, huh? And then last night, I asked her, I was like, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I just, of course, wasn't here.
Of course not. And then last night, while you and Nate were brushing teeth or in the bathroom doing something, I was like, what is your full name? And I was like, your full name is Emmeline Hahn. And she goes, Emmeline Hahn. And it was so clear. I was like, oh, this is awesome. I'm going to get her to repeat it for daddy.
Yeah, right.
You know toddlers.
Yeah.
I mean, they
Two.
Right. But I just couldn't believe how clear she was. And then she refused to repeat it. I was so sad for you. I was like,
yeah, it's fine. She'll say her name many times in life.
Yeah, but it was like the first clear time.
Yeah.
Like she says Emma, but
yeah, at
school she goes by Emmeline because there's another Emma in her class.
Right.
So I'm trying to like get her used to Emmeline again. Because it's
E.E. Time to bring in the E.E.
We can do E.E.
While I'm playing MGS2 at the moment.
Yeah. I mean, they call her M.e.e.p at school, so we could switch it to E.E.
E.E.
We could try. Anyway, yeah, I feel like from your birthday till my birthday, it's just jam-packed. There's something every month. There's a birthday, there's a holiday, something. And then like we have this lull. No, we don't, because Easter. You know, because we have to do Easter. And then we have no, we don't.
Maybe not this year. Stay tuned to find out, people that usually come to Easter.
Sorry, guys. But yeah, and then we have Mother's Day, Father's Day, 4th of July / Mike's birthday, and then August. And it's back to school. So
sure.
We really have no break.
I mean, I'm sure you could say that about anybody's lives.
I know. It's just this year, in 23 to 24 was just a lot. Yeah. I think because of Nate starting school really, you know, impacted it very much so.
I mean, it changes everything. And this is a really cool week. By the time you guys see this, he is going to be full on star of the week.
Yeah. Right? At school, they do star of the week. And if it's the child's birthday, they usually are like the star of the week. So it kind of combines the celebration for that child. Yeah. And this week it's Nate. We're very excited. We did a lot of preparation for him and getting some stuff together, like share and tell about his likes and his interests. And then we did a poster together today.
Yeah.
He had so much fun. And I don't know. He was just very chill today for the most part until, you know, adrenaline rush, I guess.
Mhm.
You know, he's 4. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Almost.
Right.
4 on Friday.
Yeah, less than a week.
Yeah. But yeah, it's wild.
Yeah.
And, you know, again, planning 2 toddler birthday parties. So for Emma's, we were like, okay, Nate didn't get a crazy birthday party. It's not like we're going to invite her friends from daycare. So, like, let's just do a family one for her, right?
Yeah.
Well,
It's only her second birthday.
Right.
She still doesn't really have a core set of friends, and she's not talking, that much right now. So,
or like choosing certain people. Like, it's not like, I mean, there's certain kids in her class that she'll say their name, but like,
right.
It's not like Nate's situation where he does have like specific friends he talks about and such.
Yeah.
But for Emma, we figured, oh yeah, let's just have everyone here, right?
This is what we did for her first birthday as well. And I don't know. Are we gluttons for punishment? Like,
we are. If I feel like we forget, it's kind of like getting pregnant and labor and everything. Like, you get pregnant. No, I'm serious though. Like, women forget the pains and tribulations of labor, and they will just, be gluttons for punishment, and they'll go through it all again. And it's just like,
and again, and again, and again.
No,
and again.
only me twice. I'm good.
Only me.
I'm done.
Yes.
But for us, we're gluttons for punishment, like you said, because last year we were like, yeah, let's combine it. Everyone will come here. We'll have a great time. Her birthday's in January. We live in New Jersey. It is cold in January. Like, it's not like you can have an indoor outdoor at your house, or, these venues aren't cheap around us. Like, if we had done like a VFW or a firehouse, it would have been close to like $600-$700.
I mean,
for the amount of people we had here.
Yeah, I guess for a toddler's birthday party, that's like, and that's just for the place. Yeah. You still have to get catered food,
decorations.
I don't know if we'd have any like entertainment or anything. Maybe not for a toddler party, but yeah.
No. Well, some people do. Some people get like clowns, and if you have other kids.
True. Well, they have. I was looking into this really for Nate's birthday, but locally they have this, like, I guess it's like a DJ, but it's geared towards kids. Like, it's a kids entertainment package that they offer. So I guess the music is all geared towards kids. They have fun things to do for the kids, like games and things during the party that's set up.
Right.
So, but anyway, I mean, we just did a normal, family birthday for Emma at our house, which is not all that large.
No. And we invited about 30 people.
Yeah. And
then 6 of them canceled or didn't show. So that helped, I guess. But I don't know. It was too much.
Yeah.
Like,
it was nice, but also too much. Yeah. It's a lot. I'm like borderline introvert. I wouldn't say that I am, because I can be outgoing.
True.
But, most of the time I enjoy just sitting at home, peace and quiet, with no one except this lovely woman in front of me. So I'm not a big party person. Even when we go out, I rather just go out with you instead of like a group of people or friends or whatever.
A double date here and there for like dinner or something is fine.
Right.
But like we're not rowdy people. Like, I'm an extrovert, but like those days aren't, like, that stuff's not fun to me. Yeah. It's not fun to like go out and act crazy and like,
at one
I
time
can't
in
do
your
that.
life, I think you were interested in doing that
for a short period of time, but it wasn't really like that serious in my opinion.
Right.
And I was the extrovert. All of my friends were introverts. So it wasn't like we were going out getting crazy. We were hanging out, playing video games, watching movies, slumber parties. Like, it wasn't that kind of friend group,
So, so whenever we throw these big things, it's like, I'm secretly inside like very anxious and like, oh my God, I kind of can't wait till this is over.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, I do my best to be, you know, extroverted for a few hours and talk to people and whatever the case is. And it's fine. I mean, I enjoy myself mostly, but you come down from it when everybody leaves. And it's like, oh my God, thank God this is over.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, it's not like I have any problem with anybody. It's not like that.
Mm-mm.
It's just, it takes a toll on you.
Yeah, and then to clean the house and do all that, like that is what it is. But going back to like the planning part of it,
right?
We had to figure out who to invite,
right?
And then all these people are like, "Oh well, what if I can?" Or "Oh well, I might be," or "I'm not really sure, and I can't tell you until day of or night of." And it's like, I put it out there. I put the invitation out there. If you show up, wonderful. If you don't, sorry you missed out. But I can't order enough food for people that aren't going to be there. And then I ordered too much food anyway. And it was
a good,
actually, it wasn't terrible.
No, we didn't have much left. And I think it was the perfect amount. Yeah. I think everybody had enough to eat while they were there. Because, you know, I also find that a lot of people go overboard with parties.
Yeah.
And there's too much food. And then you wind up being a glutton because you're eating too much. And like, then you sit there and you're like, bleh. Like, I'm not all for that anymore. So I tend to have more low key parties where, you know, we have a good amount of food, but not to the point where, you know, you're going to be just stuffed.
Yeah.
And this was that case, you know, we made sure like we had enough.
Yeah.
But not too much.
Yeah. But anyway, so we sent out our invitations. What was it? Like first week of January?
Sure, something like that.
Yeah. And Nat is an amazing artist, and he made both Emma's and Nate's invitations, and we sent them out digitally. And I'm just very lucky that we have this person in my life that is so creative and can do this stuff. I know it takes some time.
Design the things.
Well,
though. I designed them, but I was using pre-existing assets. It's not like I drew Bluey and her family,
but like if you guys
drew a DeLorean or anything like that.
Yeah, but if you guys checked out our reel of the Bluey one, I think that, like, the amount of work you put into that is pretty impressive.
I appreciate it.
Yeah,
it was fun.
Yeah,
I like doing that stuff. You know, I obviously video photo first, but I don't know. There's just something about just doing something like that, like graphic design work. It's just, I don't know. It feels good to like put something together like that.
Yeah.
And it's like a different mindset. You can do a different creative mindset.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad that I can do those types of things because we were talking to all the people at their dance school about invitations and all this stuff. And it's like some of them were using Etsy, some of them were just buying pre-existing ones. And it's like, man, I'm happy that I know how to do this stuff because I probably save us a ton of money on just silly things that like people really do have to spend money on. And it's true. I mean, I'm glad that those services exist. I mean, it makes me think I should open an Etsy store or something to just do some of this stuff.
You could.
Know? Or even Fiverr. Like, it'd be nice extra money. But
digital downloads are the way to go. I mean, you could make $18 on a digital download that's personalized to people, and they could just go to Walmart like we did and print it out.
Well, remember, I even made some gifts for my mom this holiday season.
Right. Same way.
I mean, I designed them, but at the same time, I didn't draw anything, or I was putting digital assets together. I even used some generative AI to put some of that stuff together. But, I have a certain skill set that I'm able to do that and, kind of figure out what looks good, I guess. So it's good. It's good to have that skill so that you can do these things and save yourself some money. Yeah. So don't bat an eye if you have some sort of skill. It doesn't have to be creative. But if you have a certain skill, like, I mean, you don't do this a lot these days, but you did a lot of like decoration work during our wedding.
Oh yeah.
you're really good at it. I think you should start doing more stuff like that again. But, think about what you do and think about some of your hobbies. Like, you could save yourself a lot of money when you're planning for a party, especially if you have 2 back-to-back.
Yeah.
Like, we were racking our brains to try and, save money. We didn't want to spend that much on both of their birthdays. Plus, they're both really young.
Yeah.
Nate, we were looking at some of the prices to have his party somewhere. And we did, we have a toddler geared party for him set up. And we did this last year too. But everything's so expensive. And the older he gets, they get even more expensive.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But thankfully this year, we wound up going back to the same place only because we liked it and it was reasonable.
And the kids that he had there last year, some of them will be repeat kids, which is nice.
Yeah.
But like, they're older, they'll play with different parts of the place. They won't be like, we were here last year, why are we here? They're still 4 and 5 years old. They don't understand.
They also aren't going to remember that.
No. And then I feel like it's different. Every kid in Nate's class has done Chuck E. Cheese. I am sick of Chuck E. Cheese and I will not go to Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
It's just a madhouse. And we considered it.
We did.
And we were just like, no, I can't pull that. I can't do that.
I'm going to go.
I was more stressed out at Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
Than I think anything. Yeah. And
it's overstimulating there.
Very much.
I'm going to go on a Matt rant here.
Sure.
But Chuck E. Cheese is just, it's a cesspool of BS, really. Like, they want you to bring your kids there, but it's really not geared towards younger kids. Like, a kid younger than even 7 is not going to really get much out of this place. Our 3-year-old going on 4, he doesn't know what he's doing. He goes and tries to play some of these games. Yeah, he's getting some of them a little bit, but most of the games there are not geared towards this age range. But Chuck E. Cheese doesn't care. They want you to go in there and spend a ton of money. You could easily spend $100 there in one night. One night, just 2 hours of play, pizza, you're done. You've just spent probably $60 to $80.
Yeah. And then you get these prizes at the end that are just garbage.
Oh,
and the kid insists on waiting on that line of 20 people deep. Yeah. We waited on that one line the whole time. And I was just so mad at that point. I was like, I just want to get some stickers and leave.
Yeah.
And we waited on this silly line for stickers. And I was just like, Nate, are you sure? I want it. Okay. We'll wait then.
Yeah.
Yeah. They know how to get you though.
They do.
Because they have all the flashy colors and the little cool little, toys that can fit in the kid's hand and also are a choking hazard because that makes sense.
It's just annoying because Chuck E. Cheese used to be geared towards multiple age ranges.
Yes.
They had the play area, which was more geared towards the younger kids, and then they had the arcade geared towards the older kids. And then they had, the animatronics, Five Nights at Freddy's style. But they were there as entertainment. They put on shows. It was such a big deal in the 90s in a different way. And now it's not. Now it's just a crappy arcade, really. Mm-hmm. And they throw some guy in a Chucky suit, send him out to walk around for 15 minutes, and then he leaves, and that's that. Mm-hmm. It's it's not that great. And man, having a birthday party there, if you go on a really busy day, you could be one of 10 parties. There was a lot of parties, and I'm not exaggerating.
No. And the one party had a 3-year-old whose candles were lit before Chucky started doing the song part, and the candles melted so far that they melted into the cake and they had to relight candles before they sang happy birthday.
That sucks.
1, you just ruined my cake. And 2, why is it taking this long?
Yeah.
You tell the kids, okay, everyone go to the tables. And they went through the 5-minute countdown. And then they went through the 5-minute countdown again in Spanish. And we were just looking at the other parents is this real right now? You couldn't do them together.
Right.
Did we really need all that? We waited 10 minutes. It wasn't like they skipped through it. We waited 10 full minutes of Mr. Little Boy to the right 3-year-old birthday party, candles melting. Candles should not have been lit, but I don't understand what the point is.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, I get it for older kids. Older kids, fine. Totally makes sense. It's an arcade. But for younger kids, it's not really what it used to be.
Yeah.
If they had a ball pit there, it'd be one thing like they used to.
Yeah.
But then COVID happened, or maybe even right before COVID, and ball pits disappeared.
But then again, all these types of places are cropping up again.
Mm-hmm.
And when we were planning Nate's party, we were looking at a lot of places. There's this really cool place that's, maybe like 20 minutes from here. That's a huge jungle gym type of place. And dude, this kid gets lost in there.
Yeah.
We don't even know where he is most of the time.
No.
And that place is awesome. But, we looked at some of the pricing and they know that they're one of the only ones around.
Mm-hmm.
So they charge a good penny for it. And it's like, all this stuff is just like, yeah, they really like, they hit you over the head as parents. And when you have two parties, yeah, you got to be careful. Like you'll spend, a good penny in just a couple weeks. And, we'll even remember it, yeah, they'll have fun in the moment and they'll enjoy themselves. But like realistically, they're still at an age where they're not going to retain this party.
Yeah.
You could show them videos and photos and stuff, but it's like, oh yeah, that's cool. I don't remember that, when they're in a teenager or something and you're telling them about it.
Yeah. I think it's more about the core memories for us.
Yeah.
And also like just being able to have that like camaraderie with their classmates.
Yeah.
Outside of school.
Sure.
Because that was the thing I was getting at. So Emma, we didn't really invite any friends because she doesn't really have many. If it, maybe at daycare, but like she doesn't have any that she's hung out with outside of daycare.
Yeah, she doesn't understand what a friend is right now.
Right.
Nate obviously, he gets that.
So we invited his classmates. We invited, the neighbor kids. We invited the kids we've known since Nate was a baby.
Right.
Like they've all been together the last few years. So it made sense for us to have a list. And it's a list of like 20 kids.
Yeah.
And it's nuts. And looking at our budget, like you said, it was just a matter of like, okay, well, where do we juggle this cost? We're inviting 14 kids just from his school class. And then we're inviting another 6 from outside of school.
Right.
So give and take, where do we budge here? And it was really just a matter of weighing our options. So I think for you as a parent who's even if you're not planning 2 parties together, just one, look at your budget, really decide on what you want, what's important to you. If you want your child to have input, definitely do so. We asked him like the theme he wanted, and we asked him like, do you want to invite your classmates? And he's all for it. He loves, he talks about most of them, if not all of them. I think it's just a matter of looking at your budget, looking at the area near you and seeing exactly what's available. I mean, Gymborees are really popular, countrywide, and
we totally
places like
that too.
I forgot there was one nearby, but it's like 25 minutes. And that was the thing. I was like, I looked in our vicinity for play cafe. Yeah. I didn't look for like toddler gym,
right? Which
I should have. But like just putting keywords in your search, toddler gym, kids place, or play place, something like that. That really helps.
Don't get sucked into, you're going to see ads for Chuck E. Cheese and those big corporate type places that are like trying to force you into them. Your kids are going to have way more fun doing something like a play cafe or, a gymboree or something like that. I mean, the place that we decided, this is the second time we've been there, but it's one of those like mixture of little town, but like has like construction equipment. There's a slide and some other stuff there. They have like a dress up area and like a little stage. There's so much variety there. And like these kids just want to run around and have fun.
Yeah.
They don't want to be stuck in front. Like, why do we want them to be stuck in front of screens? One, they're not interacting with their friends. Like you're putting them in front of all these monitors and these games. Like I'm a gamer. That's fine. I love gaming and there's a time and place for that. But when you're having a party and you're supposed to be hanging out with these guests and friends, That's not where you want to go. We literally barely even saw the birthday boy when we were at this kid's party.
I know.
You know, we wanted Nate to be able to go somewhere where he can be creative and play and you know, be interacting with his friends.
Right.
And I don't know about you, but I'm actually very excited to see him interacting with his classmates.
I agree.
Because we don't get to see it really. We see videos and photos, but we're not there. You know, so I'm excited to see that. I'd love to see. It's got to be a different interaction than it is with the kids that we know. You know? So
well, it's also too. I think I'm excited to also get to know these parents.
Yeah,
because we've never actually had the opportunity to like socialize with the parents. You know, you have a back to school night and orientation, but there's never any like parent to parent communication.
Yeah,
it's not like they give like a class list of phone numbers for parents, because I still don't have all the RSVPs.
Right.
And it's like, if I had the parents' phone numbers, I could have just asked.
Yeah.
Like I could have just blasted it out to the parents instead of, you know, having to message the teacher, to message the class and hope that we get more. Like I'm excited to have that communication too, and kind of like open up that, you know, part of the relationship. Because, you know, our son really likes these children, and why not be able to be like, hey, you and your kid and my son get along. Can we have a play date?
Yeah, of course.
You know, outside of school, outside of birthdays, outside of all the other junk and hubbub.
Right.
So it's just, that's also another part I'm excited about. And then as Emma grows up, she'll have it too. But I think for them being so young, you know, the parties aren't really about them. They're about us and like the kind of the village we're trying to build around our kid, whether it's going to be here for the long term or whether it's just for temporary purposes. It'll be nice to have people to talk to, kids for him to play with, kids for her to play with eventually. Yeah. So I think that's also part of why the weight of planning a toddler party is stressful. Yeah. And
then double it.
Although next year, I think we are considering just doing one huge family party.
Yeah.
Don't care when it is. Don't care where it is.
We're not really doing a family party for Nate.
Right.
We made that decision because we did this huge family party for Emma. And then it's like, we can't do that again in 3 weeks. We can't. It's just too much. So we do the toddler party for Nate, because that's more important anyway. He gets to go and play with his friends and they eat cupcakes together and whatever the case is. Like, we kind of do what we do now for our birthdays with our families. It's like, yeah, we'll see you. We'll go out to dinner or something. Well, you know, separately.
Right.
We don't have to all just get together for one big party. So we're kind of doing that. We asked some people to come for cake on his actual birthday that live locally, but you know, like my family, none of them are really local, so they'll be coming just at some other time. But it's not really a party, you know? Like, we made it pretty clear that it's just, hey, you're just coming here to hang out and be around Nate. And, you know, yeah, of course you could bring gifts and whatever, but it's just chill. Like, we're just hanging out. We're not making it a big deal or anything.
Right.
You know, it's not going to be a catered event, you know?
Yeah.
So
I was thinking about it. We should do potluck.
Oh, yeah,
because like we like Mike's chili, we like stuff your dad makes, like, and then Melanie can bring what she likes and she's a vegan.
It's a good idea.
Then this way we don't have to worry about like, you know,
you
really
heard it here first. You heard it here first. I didn't even say it right.
You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah,
you're potlucking.
we're potlucking, I guess. Call us to find out more.
Text for more details. But yeah, I mean, I know the stress and I know.
She knows. I don't know anything.
We know the stress. And just ask. And I mean, if you guys have more tips for us for next time, please. It's so funny because my brother and sister are a day apart. And I do not know how my mother did it those years because I can only imagine. Like, I feel guilty that they're 3 weeks apart. The fact that they're 2 days apart, I can't imagine. But they've been spending their birthdays together since I can remember.
Yeah.
They've always had joint birthdays.
I mean, it's the same situation with my brother and I. We're like 2 weeks apart. 10 years, but 2 weeks apart.
Right.
I could only imagine how he felt when I came along. We're best friends now, but for a while we were having joint birthdays. And then even recently, like the last like few years, not like before the pandemic, we were doing joint birthdays, and I liked it. I thought it was fun.
Yeah. But I don't know.
Yeah.
If you have any tips, anything that can help us in the future, or let us know if this helped you in your future. And yeah. Thanks for listening.
Yep. I'm Matt.
I'm Jackie. Here
Here
are the Hahns signing out.
Thank you so much for listening to Couple Chat. Make sure to subscribe to us on Spotify or YouTube Music, and check out our YouTube page to see this episode in video. Thank you to Hahn Films for editing and producing this episode. Talk to you soon.